Hello, this is Papa Alveram. I was hoping you guys have had such a wonderful day and welcome to my videos. I have my bandana in the fashion of a wizard hat. It was pointing up, but I like this fashion. My eyes, I hope you can see, are blood red, and the subject right now is prophesying to the people what's actually happening. The subject is children and mental health. That this is going to be a very sensitive subject, and it's a, a travesty. I was a foster child and I was raped uh, before I went to foster care um, by four well-known child rapists in the Hilliard of Spokane, Washington, and I grew up in a wonderful family over out north of Spokane. Um, I didn't remember any of it growing up, and I had a lot of friends, good support system, very healthy family, and I miss them very much. They were really old-fashioned Christian, and they're from Texas, very laid-back people, but they unfortunately let a lot of really bad stuff happen. But children who are raped, they are prone to attack and are very, very sensitive to situations that are inappropriate, and no kid should be around that. But these are triggers that happen to kids. And as parents, you can identify, when they're extremely quiet, like something's bothering them. My arms were crossed all the time to protect myself. Um, but movies and music are attacking children of today. And they attack even children who are not raped. They are still victim to it mentally because subconsciously the child has pushed the trauma into the back of their minds to protect themselves. And when this happens, the child forgets about it, thank goodness. But if they're around Disney movies and music that is talking about bottoms, like, ASS that, like gangster rap stuff that is nasty, or talking about stuff, they know what that is. And I was one of those kids. I grew up hating rap because of all the inappropriate stuff. And my birth mom was, that was her thing. She was actually on the news for blowing up a meth lab in Spokane, Washington, and she ran to Florida, and she committed spiritual suicide. And what this means is that she took her own life with drugs, like shot up heroin. Her soul left her body, and she, the reptilian, took her body. And this can happen to children. Schizophrenia is caused, by child rape. And this has been happening for thousands of years. Like ancient Babylonian times, there's books called the Talmud where children were actually taken in as slaves by some group that they called them chamber maidens, as young as the age as birth to 3, that they were taken in as little chamber maidens. And this is an abomination to Satanism, to humanism, to every human on the planet. This is a crime against humanity. The worst crime against humanity is child rape. That is lower than a freaking dog. That is evil. And that's another thing is that is why Christians are attacked a lot by the media, because the media, they know who Yeshua was. That's why they feed you Christianity. They don't want you to know that you are your own God and goddess. You are your own master. But without self-control, you are not going to master yourself or have control over your own family and your own home, because they're invading your home by your TV and the remote. You are the one in control of what kind of programming is coming into your home. Hollywood is evil. I don't care if that's a pagan name. They're not pagan. Those are monsters. They kill children. There's proof of it. I don't care who you think you are. We are human beings. We need to stand together. Satanists, pagans, Christians, people, Islamic Americans, I don't care. Like, whatever you believe, you're a human being. And if you have a soul and you believe right, you know right and wrong, you need to stand with your brothers and sisters. And this world needs to change as soon as possible, because when you walk the street, you can't tell. There's so many scared people afraid to go and have a fun day because they're traumatized by some kind of weirdo coming up to their kid. Those are soulless entities. Those are bodies with no soul. They're filled with reptilians. Those are child kidnappers, soulless. Those are the ones running the show. And I'm not afraid to say it. You are born royal. You are your own master. You have your own kingdom. Your kingdom is your home and your family. Your queen is your wife. You have a kingdom. You have little princes and princesses in your home, and you are your own master. We could, if we could, change the world, make it law to put child rapists on death row. They need to be annihilated. This should not be a part of human acceptance to think it's okay to take a child rapist, a soulless body filled with what Christians, and this is another subject, like, I'm not saying that this is literal, because in Satanism, demons are thought forms that we created. They're demigods. They're like, you have a god and then you have a little god. That's the demon. They're actually like the angels of Satanism. They're just there to work to help you manifest, like Azazel, like knowledge, meditation. Those are not attacking people at all. That is a lie. That is a lie. When I was a Christian, I used to think, like, I didn't know anything about demons. I didn't know anything about Satan other than what was on the media. One day, I witnessed an attempted kidnapping, and we all had to go home from the raceway, and this guy tried to grab our niece by the hand and walk away in front of all of us, and nobody stood up. So this is what really bothered me. When we all got safely back into the truck, just in shock, nobody said anything. I thought to myself, as a Christian, demons really do walk the earth, because why the hell are there child kidnappers and child rapists? So reptilians are the things that we're afraid of. Satan is not in hell. He's a god that we created. He's the horn god of paganism. Hell is not a real place. Karma is. You will be degraded after death.